When we teach the overhead press, we start with a medicine ball. And primary reason for that is it is very relatable. It's very transferable. It also, if you get in a bad position, it's very easy just to drop it. Now with the medicine ball, you scoop it up and it's going to be in front of the individual. The elbows should be underneath the ball and they should be out in front of you. We don't want to be here. It's not like you're setting a volleyball. From here, we press up, and when the weight's overhead, we have our head through that gap. Right? So at the top, we are thinking like a pillar. We don't want to be leaning back. We want to be straight up and down with that weight overhead. If you have any kind of tightness in the shoulders, that's something to be addressed. And if you ever get into a position where you just don't feel right, drop it. Just make sure that your head's not underneath that ball when you do. If the member looks good with that, we upgrade them to dumbbells. The dumbbells, the position is exactly the same. Quite often when people come over from a 24-hour gym or something along those lines, they try to turn those hands out or turn those elbows out, turning this into their version of a barbell press. The barbell's not good for the shoulders. Shoulders don't like to be in this position. We want to keep those elbows tucked in, where it's that natural position as you press. A word of warning here, overhead pressing does lend itself to lower back problems only because of one mistake. Very common, as the weight goes up, people want to look up at it. And when we do that, we lean back and we put excessive pressure in that L4, L5 range. As you press up, you want to keep your eyes down so the body stays straight. It is understandable and okay if the weight gets heavier for the whole body to lean, but there is a distinct difference between the body leaning, keeping that midsection tight, and the lower back caving to handle that weight. And it all comes down to the intention with the midsection. We want to keep this braced and let that handle any kind of pressure and weight. You do not want to let this relax and let all the weight go into that L4, L5 range. That would be the overhead press.